one of the biggest rumors, I mean, since the show has sort of been sort of birthed into existence, is who's going to play Voldemort, and a lot of the sort of people are clamoring for Cillian Murphy to come in and play Voldemort. It's gotten a lot of steam, but actually there are rumors coming out that he might be playing someone, but it's not actually Voldemort. It's in fact Professor Quirrell, who I don't know if you remember Professor Quirrell. He was that like stumbling
The,
guy with the
the
turban,
tavern, yeah, yeah.
yeah, with Dumbledore at the back of his head, basically, with Voldemort at the back of his head, basically. What the first person you think of when you maybe think of Cillian Murphy, Oscar winner, Oppenheimer, you know, Thomas Bloody Shelby. But what do you think, Yusuf, when you hear Cillian Murphy possibly playing Professor Quirrell in the first season?
I feel like with first reactions, I was like, oh, why is he playing such a like a B-list, C-list character in the series?
Yeah.
However, the fact that it's a TV show, and I'm assuming the first book will cover like the full season,
Mm-hmm.
Professor Quirrell will probably be the entire season. So I feel like he'll get enough screen time and limelight in the show of him being a protagonist character, antagonist character in the story. So
Yeah.
yeah, like again, I'm very much open-minded to it with him. Again,
You
it's
know,
Cillian
and
Murphy.
you're
Like
right, bro. That's a good point because not only
he
does he
can like
have
enhance the character.
100%, he'll bring something to it 100%, and will add so much value to the character just because it's Cillian Murphy, just by that alone. But I agree with you, bro, because Professor Quirrell is pretty integral to that first book and that first what will be that first season. But he was pretty much a one and done. So someone like a Cillian Murphy that could be pretty attractive to where you're like, I can have a really integral part of this sort of production and come in and really sort of make my mark and have an awesome performance and also play a Professor Quirrell, which is a character that I haven't really kind of played. I mean, like Thomas Shelby is that just very alpha male sort of like rugged dude. Oppenheimer also sort of like intellectually out there and he's still a dominant man in every kind of scene he's in. Even the Dark Knight trilogy, yes, he's playing sort of Scarecrow, but and like he's a bit more of a sort of slender nerd, but still at the same time, he's kind of dominating and sort of eerie. Professor Quirrell is not that at all, and which is why it's such a shock that he has Voldemort at the back of his head. So Cillian Murphy, that's interesting as hell. Like when I don't see something coming and I don't know how it's going to look like, I'm so intrigued by that. And because it's a one and done, it's pretty integral. And then he doesn't really have to come back for, I don't know, a 6, 7 year commitment. I see this happening. I see this happening.